Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So it's been, well, I guess since the holidays that I've looked at this particular brand. This is the Chanel Spring 2025 collection, and I've just done a little bit of a curation of the pieces that I thought might suit me. I believe that this eyeshadow palette has created some kind of talk because it's really interesting. When I was in store, I really liked it, so I'm gonna show you the new Chanel multi-use eyeshadow and highlighter palette. I think really the proof is in the pudding for someone like me with a medium to tan skin. And then I also picked up two of the new eyeshadow shades because I tried these in store and I really liked them. The first shade is the 248 Latte Frappe matte eyeshadow, which I think there's like 4 new limited edition eyeshadows. And then I got the 250 Mauve Sucre satin shade, which is this more beautiful kind of light lilac purple shade, which is beautiful. So I thought, let me pick those two up and I'll show you these as well. And then finally I got one of the lipsticks, and it was their Cocoa Rouge Balm in the shade 752 Honey Bliss. So I kind of did a test run before I picked these up and tried it on my skin first just to make sure that it suited me. I got a free pouch, which was nice. So they gave you in here a lovely pouch that's kind of quilted inside. So I'll definitely put some bits in there when I'm traveling. And then I got 2 skincare pieces, the Sublimage Ultimate Repair Cream and the Sublimage Ultimate Cream. So really nice. I've not tried these before. So you may remember that during the winter and during the holidays I picked up a similar palette to this, but this one is definitely more on the kind of, I actually think it's more summer inspired because the shades are really complementary in terms of like a sun-kissed look. This is what the palette looks like. I do really like these. I know people are, oh, I don't really like it, it's too big. I kind of like it because you can play around with it, you can do lots of different things. This is what these shades are like, and at first glance you think, oh, I'm not sure. That's how I felt when I first went to the counter, but then when I started putting it on, it looked really pretty. This is what it looks like, and I think out of all the shades, I mean, they've got this sort of pinky shade, then 2 different tones of kind of goldish on this side, and then this more lighter shade. I mean, I think they're all beautiful, but I think this is sort of going to look really nice on my skin tone, especially this darker one, and I'm kind of excited to see how I might use that on my skin. It's exciting me, and I think I'm just going to have fun playing with this. I'll do some swatches for you and then we'll put this on first. Alright, so let's do some arm swatches first. We'll start off with this one. Then we'll move into this shade here. Then this more darker shade, which is the one that's exciting me. And then finally this shade here. So I can see me playing around with these shades quite heavily because I feel like I can probably get like maybe a blush with a highlighter out of that, and then an inner corner highlight out of that one. This one maybe on the eyes as well. I'm excited to see. So just before I start the application, I just wanted to tell you what I've got on my face. I've got the No. 1 de Chanel, and it's their foundation in BD41. It's a really good colour match for me right now because I'm a little bit more fairer than I am normally. Sort of, this is my winter shade. And then I have the concealer pen from Victoria Beckham on. It's just this lovely creamy under eye texture that I really, really like. I think this is one of my favourite products at the moment from Victoria Beckham. Let's put the eyeshadow and highlight palette on and see what we can come up with. So let's try one of the lighter shades on first. So I might take that one first and just put it on the eyelid space. I can imagine taking this palette with me on holiday, just because it's kind of got a lovely sort of sun-kissed vibe to it. So that's the shade on my lids, and it just kind of makes everything kind of light and looks really lovely. I'm going to take this deeper shade, which is here, and take that shade and just put it on the sort of outer V part of my eye. So I've got a kind of more fluffier brush. This is my Haki Hodo brush, and I was using my Sonia G brush just now to lay the colour on. That one was the Worker one that I used earlier. Going in with this shade, just using that to kind of colour in the eye a little bit more. I really like the sort of vibes that it's giving me. It's kind of like goldy, but it's a really nice sort of sun-kissed colour. I'm seriously thinking I'm going to use the pink colour now, which is this more peachy pink, that shade there. I'm going to layer a little bit on my cheeks. I have my 01, I have my Wayne Goss brush here. I'm just going to take that shade and just put it on my cheeks. And it's a really gorgeous shade. It's like this peachy pink, and it's got like a highlighting effect because it kind of moves as well. So I'm kind of enjoying just experimenting with this because it's a really interesting palette. I'm thinking I'm going to take a smaller brush now and just accent things with this glorious shade here, which is this kind of highlighter shade. So I'm just taking my Lisa Eldridge brush, and it's number 16, tapping off some of the excess and putting it on like the inner corners of my eye. It's really pretty, this shade. It just kind of opens things up a bit. And I'm just taking a little bit and putting it on the brow bone. Really nice. And then the other side. It's a really lovely look, actually. So I've just gone away and I've added some mascara, brown, some brow. I've used Lisa Eldridge's liner, and I have also added a little bit of liner from Hourglass at the bottom just to make my eyes stand out a little bit more. I'm really excited to add a little bit more to my face, and one of the things I'm keen on doing is taking this colour here and seeing what it looks like on the cheek, because I kind of feel like I want to see how this gold and pink looks together. And oh, that's nice. Wow. I think I remember doing this in the store and thinking, isn't this sort of really pretty? So I'm doing exactly the same with this side. And this is why I like these bigger pans, because you can do a little bit more with it. Can you see how that's just added some warmth on both sides? I really like it like this. So pretty. And then I'm thinking, now that I've got kind of like the gold and the pink, adding a touch of that lighter shade, which was that highlight shade, this one here, and just putting it on the top part of my cheek as a kind of added highlight just there, just so that it all connects together. And I really like this. And then just taking any excess, and I've added a little bit more concealer as well, just to clean it up a little bit. That is so pretty. And then I might just take a smaller brush, go in again with that gold shade, and just kind of emphasize that part a little bit more. Now that I've got the full kind of look going on. Honestly, I think if you are of a similar skin tone to me, you're going to like this a lot. So I'm thinking now going in with that lighter gold, which is that top one there, and just putting it on the middle part here, just to go over it, if you know what I mean, there and there. And then taking that lighter shade, which is that one, and just adding it on the center of the lid. And then now that I can see everything, I'm taking that pinky shade again and just going in again and just blending that out with the other shades that I used earlier, just to give it something extra. Honestly, this is such a beautiful look. I really don't understand the controversy around this palette. That's just me, but leave your comments. And you know, it may not be suitable for a lighter skin tone who's a bit cooler maybe, but if you're warm, this is definitely like more like a warm tone, sun-kissed kind of palette. And I actually think that you can use this, like I said, in the summertime. You just want that kind of light makeup but nothing too heavy. I think this is going to look gorgeous. We've done the eye look. I'm going to add the lip, which is this one here. Now this is 752 Honey Bliss. When I tried this in store, it just suited this look and went so beautifully with it. So you've got the Chanel at the tip and sort of like that transparent part. Really gorgeous. You pull it. This is the shade and it's such a pretty shade. They have other colours as well, but this was the one that I was drawn to the most. So let's put this one on. So let's do a quick hand swatch before that. Remember, this is sort of like balmy, so don't expect it to be really pigmented, but it's really moisturising on the lips. But I really like that sort of natural shade. So the mirror is absolutely huge, so I'm going to use this to apply the lip. Oh, that's pretty. Wow. It's really balmy and really pretty at the same time. It's got a lovely texture and yet has a beautiful finish. I really, really love this look. It's the kind of look that I would call like a sun-kissed look. It's very kind of summer inspired and I think it's beautiful. So this is the first look using the Spring 2025 collection from Chanel and I absolutely love it. I love this sort of fresh look. It looks so ethereal, light, and yet has this gorgeous sun-kissed vibe to it. So that's the eye look, but what I will do is show you the two other eyeshadows before I finish this video and give you my final thoughts. Right, so I've just removed the eye makeup because I wanted to show you the eyeshadow that is the matte one, and it's the shade 248 Latte Frappe. This is limited edition from what I saw as the description, and it comes in the velvet pouch, which is really, really nice. This is 2.2 grams of product. It has, when you open it, very, very cute, and it has a cover and then it has two little brushes. So I'm gonna put those down and we'll take a look. So this is what the shade looks like, and I thought it's a really lovely shade to kind of lay down initially. So I could have used this with the other palette and sort of laid this down first as a kind of overall shade, because I do like matte eyeshadows as well. And this will work with a lot of other eyeshadows that I have. Gorgeous. So let's do a quick hand swatch of this. That's a lovely, lovely shade. Right, so let's see how this shade looks. So like I said, the rest of my face is already done, but we're going to go in with this shade now. I like this sort of matte consistency, so let's see how it looks on the... Oh wow, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. Sorry, the camera's going in and out. That is gorgeous. It's a very pretty shade. Goes really well with the rest of this palette as well. So you can see that it's very, very complementary. And what's nice is that I can take what I've got, have this glowy effect, or just put this matte shade on my eyes and it's still really, really gorgeous and it's really complementary. I do love a matte eyeshadow, especially when it's sort of this shade. So I've removed my eyeshadow again, and we're going to go into the second eyeshadow palette that I picked up, and it is in the shade 250 Mauve Sucre. And what's funny was I picked up the emerald one because I saw one of my lovely subscribers wear it, and the thing is I've got the Pat McGrath one, which is a similar shade, so I didn't want to kind of dupe what I already had, and I liked the way this one brought a lot of brightness to my eyes, so I went with this shade instead, and I'll show you this one now. Again, this has the brushes and everything as well, but that is the shade. So this is kind of like my ideal lilac mauve, they call it, shade. It's so beautiful with brown eyes, and I just thought it would look really, really nice, so I can't wait to show you this. And this one is in the satin formula. Right, so let's take a look at a hand swatch of this gorgeous, gorgeous shade. So this is the hand swatch. Okay, so let's put this on together now. I'm going to go in with my Sonia G brush and put it straight onto the lid. Oh, wow. That's a really lovely shade. I'm so glad I got this shade now. It's a really gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And it has a real spring-like quality to it. Gorgeous. You could even take a little bit and put it on the lower lash line. I might do that as well. So I'm just taking a little bit of the shade and just taking it down a little to the lower lash line. And you could have done this with the other shade, which was the matte shade as well, but I just thought, let me just experiment and see how it looks, and it's really, really pretty. So they also had like a kind of lilac lip shade, but I don't know, like I felt like this one was just easier to wear. I love this eye shadow. It's a very beautiful, beautiful shade. And I've got lots of kind of cool tone lips that will look really pretty with this. Okay, so that is everything. I have tried on the pieces that I picked up from the Chanel Spring 2025 collection. You can still go out and purchase this. So I hope you enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed filming this Chanel video. It's been a while, well, since Christmas. I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.